Okay, now I'm going to work on a simple arrangement that I think almost anybody could do because it just requires leaves and one flower. So you remember these leaves that we picked up in the other garden? That had a little bird dew on it. Scrape that off. What I want to do is separate these. Carefully. So that they will lay in here the way I want them to lay in here. I think these will be a pretty color with the dahlia that we've chosen. This is the dahlia. And as I remember telling you before, try to take all the leaves off that are going to be below the water because the leaves will ruin the water. So we'll give this a fresh cut again and we'll put it in here. Nestled up against the leaves, and voila. So we'll put this here on the table. Now let people enjoy it when they come in the front door. Leaves aren't perfect, but that doesn't matter. It's the idea. Okay, I have an idea for this last arrangement, and that is to put a smaller container inside a bigger container. And then I'm going to surround it with these beautiful peppers that I bought at the farmer's market this morning. I'm not trying to cover it up entirely, just make it pretty. I'm going to fill up this center container with water. The other alternative would be to not use the center container and just have the peppers floating in some water. I'm trying to decide how tall I want these flowers. Usually you do 1.5 times the height of your container. So theoretically they'd be up here about this tall. I don't want to do that. I like a clustered look. I want to keep the focus down there on the peppers as well as the flowers. So I'm going to cut these off pretty short. These are all sunflowers that I got at the farmer's market this morning, which have been sitting in lots of water, soaking up all that stuff, getting hydrated. So I'm roughly cutting them all the same length. Now I've got my sunflowers cut off to about the length I want them. So I'm going to just start adding all these other flowers in at the right height. These are straw flowers. They're called straw flowers because they look and feel like straw. They don't even look like they're real, but they're real. You see the leaves on here. So what I'm doing is we're going to turn this a little bit so I can put in more flowers. Keep the arrangement interesting. So you can see these colors are going to match kind of the colors of the peppers that we have in there. The dahlia. Now we bought these flowers at the farmer's market this morning for not a whole lot of money. I know I spent, I think maybe $18, but you could do less if you had some garden flowers in your own garden at home. Okay, so I have this sort of jumble of flowers together. They're all about the right height where I want them. So I'm going to cut them off now. We're sort of in the same length I cut the sunflowers. Okay, now we're just going to squeeze them all together, pop them in our bowl. Okay, I'm very unhappy with this arrangement. The arrangement itself looks okay, but there are not enough peppers to fill up my bowl, so I'm going to try a different container. First of all, I'm going to try it in this round one. That looks pretty good. Now we'll see if we can actually get the flowers in there without them all falling down. I'm a lot happier with this arrangement. As you see, the peppers fill up the space better, and it just looks like the sizes are better. I'm going to try filling in low a few of these small dahlias. and see if that doesn't complete the picture. And fill in some of this gap. So you can see at this time of year when there aren't a lot of flowers around that you can be very resourceful. You can go up to your compost pile and find a vine that might be growing, or you can go to the local farmer's market and find some flowers there for not a lot of money and make it beautiful in your home all the time. And it's fun to be resourceful and try and just use your imagination. I think we came out with some good solutions this time. Thanks for joining us.